Can we make up our mind where we're going? It would. Why in the middle of the fucking road? I don't know. The taxi cab and the. Why people just stopped in the middle of the road? It's beyond my understanding. I have PSP 7 on quiet mode, and I'm in a moving car, and I have a bit of a distance to go home, so maybe something interesting might come up on it, I don't know. I've done this before, and sometimes some of the things that comes out is quite strange. I remember one time I actually cut a curb, and just as I cut the curb, I says, oh, I just cut the corner, and it repeated back exactly what I had said, or thereabouts kind of thing. It's plugged into the auxiliary in the car, so. Autumn has come upon us because it's been pouring rain all day, and actually parts of the road there was little floods in that. And on the way here I came around this corner and there was a flood just right there. I couldn't avoid it. Went straight into it, and the front of the car lifted about an inch, and I could feel through the steering wheel that the front of the car was aquaplaning. There was that much water underneath the wheels. Oh my God. People doing strange things tonight. While I was in Rachel's house, somebody has crashed out in front of my house again for the second time this week. It's a difficult one to understand because it's a straight road. It's not overly late tonight. It's whatever is it, whatever timestamp is on the camera. Why is this guy tailgating? Does anyone want to talk to us tonight? seen one of the Power Awakenings live streams this morning when I got up, and a very good interesting point has come up about paranormal investigations and spirit box. Do you know, when you talk about ghost hunting and stuff like that, you know, you have your REM pods and your EMF detectors and static meters, static detectors to interact with the location, in that. Spirit boxes is a different thing, because if you turn on a spirit box in a location, and you see a lot of people that will just hammer out a name that has been attached to the history. I just don't do that. But expecting to speak with some of the spirits belong to that location. There is a big problem though. The problem is, you can use a spirit box anywhere and get results. You can use it in your house. You can do spirit box sessions anywhere and get results. It doesn't mean that your house is overly haunted. You don't have to be in a haunted place. But when you bring a spirit box into a location, we don't have proof of what who we're talking to. So, in a way, the spirit box kind of does complicate things. I will be back in a second. I am going to get some petrol. And no, we don't have a fuel shortage, because we're not putting them into milk cartons and stuff like that and being greedy. You know, so, yeah. Right. Must remember it's petrol, because I've been used to driving a diesel car. Oh. Oh God. I'm just going to pull out of the way here. There's some sort of shop here that it looks like some sort of crafty shop. It is. There's people sewing and making clothes or something. This is kind of an area that has a petrol station, a shop that's closed, a number of other different premises that have been closed for a long time. They're brand new. They're built a number of years ago, and business hasn't taken off. But I see two of the shops are now
albums. Their latest album, we hope, will go gold soon.
We've gone back into auxiliary here. There we go. But it's nice to see businesses starting up on that, because I need to clean my hands. The petrol pumps. Is there any spirits here that wants to talk to us tonight, by any chance? My name is Sam. If you could tell me your name I'll be able to hear you. Yeah, there's a number of people around the table sewing and stuff. You know? And I hope it goes well for them, whatever they decide to do. Why is people driving on the wrong side of the road tonight? We're not in America. Hello? But what I was saying there is, you know, it's kind of, do you know, it's a good point about spirit boxes in haunted locations. Are we sort of making things a wee bit more complicated for ourselves by heavily dependent on a spirit box in a haunted location? Granted, yes, you can, you know what I mean, you may get communication in the location, but you get communication anywhere. It's a hard one to call, you know, because, you know, when it comes to ITC, I like to try different things, like I'm trying tonight. Wish a PSP7 on quiet mode, and it's very quiet because there's not much coming out of it. You know, it's good conversations that comes up in these streams, you know. And we had great conversations in our streams, and I hope we can get them back, you know. When you have a number of people on a stream, you can bounce off each other, you know. I don't feel as confident going live on my own, you know. When you have other people on a panel and you can talk and you can bounce ideas off and bounce conversations. That car behind us isn't blinding you. It's just a little bit too close for comfort for the type of road this is and the type of conditions. It's been raining heavily. Is there anyone here? that can use the radio to speak to me. It's not heavy rain now, it's just that kind of light drizzly stuff that makes you even more wet than ordinary rain. So misty rain. The only other spur box I have with me is a 12-587, but it has a habit of stopping scanning, and I don't want to be pressing the button every couple of minutes while I'm driving. It's a pain in the ass. I'm heading for the halfway point. I have to get out and stretch my back, because these seats aren't agreeing with my back very much. That's why I have new ones, which I haven't fitted yet. But I'm going to step out of the car and have a smoke. I actually have the antenna up on the spur box, which I normally don't have, and I'm still not getting anything. Getting very, very little. Is the place right? That sounds a little bit more sportier than I'm used to. I think my exhaust may have sprung a hole. Anyway, I'm going to go out for a cigarette. I'm going to leave the car, the keys in the car, but I'm going to be outside having a smoke. And maybe... yeah, it's still working. Maybe something will happen while I'm not in the car. Yeah, as long as I leave the key in, I'm fine. Back in a second, folks. Hello Intervals, I'm back. I don't know what, if anything has come up on the PSP7. The quiet mode can be a little bit funny at times. I'm certainly not putting it on ordinary mode because I absolutely hate these things. It's just too noisy. That doesn't sound so good. Yeah, the exhaust is there, but the smoke is not coming out where it's supposed to be coming out. Maybe when I get some money in my pocket, I see the guys at Callahan's would make me up a stainless steel piece. Here we go. Oh shit. Lights would be good. I don't know if anything came up while I was out having a cigarette. I've done sessions in that car park a number of times and I've had some interesting results, so I don't know. Then again, I've never done a spurt box session in this car. And when I have done spurt box sessions, I've done them in cars that had considerably more glass than what's in this car. My last car had a glass roof and stuff. It's kind of strange that people like the in-car rants, and people saying, "Oh, great, in-car rant again." I didn't know people would be interested in that, but the thing about talking while driving is that you don't you don't have to be focused on the camera, and sort of the conversation flows a lot easier for me, sort of thing. Do you know? When I started off in car rant, it was coming back from places that I went before I done paranormal stuff. and I done car rants around Christmas time where I was stuck in traffic and giving out about last minute shoppers and stuff. You might notice I'm a little bit of a better mood than I was the last car rant. The stressful situations that I'm going through. I've had a few phone calls, and that's sort of eased situations, and I don't want to go into it too much. It's not, you know what I mean. It's sort of private stuff. It's not fully resolved, but it's sort of complications have been sort of temporarily eradicated, so hopefully things will go well. We are approaching Callahan's now, which I had a car fully modified in that garage way back in the day when I had some money. I bought multi-spoke alloys, and a was it 3 or 4 inch stainless steel back box exhaust, which sounded badass, but on a long journey it was a bit of it got a bit tedious after a while. You got this drone noise, you know, it's driven, you know. Certainly when you went up the gears, it quietened down a bit when you kept it at low revs and that, but it was kind of loud, you know. Oh, big lump of water. When I was doing the other journey that I'm coming back from now, yeah, I hit a couple of spots where the water had waterlogged the road, and I came around this blind bend and I hit this massive puddle of water, and you know what, you can feel some of the road through the steering wheel. Not a while off because of its power steering. You know, way back in the day when there was no power steering, you actually felt more of the road and that, but I just felt the car lifting at the front about an inch as I was going across this water and that. So it's certainly aquaplaned a couple of times on the way in. There's somebody out jogging, fucking eat it, in a pair of shorts. A pair of shorts and a high visibility jacket and a fucking torch. And it's pissing rain. Out jogging. Fucking mad in the head type. But Spirit box is very quiet. I have to be careful on the way into where I live because a Volkswagen Bora, black one, went off the road and mounted a galvanized fence. basically it climbed up it like a cat. I don't know what. It was a straight piece of road. It was coming up to a junction. Maybe the brakes failed or something. I don't know. But yeah. Base of my back's really sore. Yeah, the stereo was up full blast. I can hear it scanning and that, but there's nothing coming out. Or is there? Hello? Earlier. Hello? Earlier when I was in Rachel's kitchen, she says, "Are you ready for another cup of tea?" Next thing you hear this voice, a male voice. Yeah. I didn't even answer. I hadn't answered at that point. And I says, "Did you fucking hear that?" And she says, "Yeah, it was you." I says, "No." It was kind of weird. And it didn't come from my direction. It came from sort of like, as if it was out in the hole. Getting some sort of interference coming through there. I'll come up to the spot where this accident was. High voltage power lines in this area. I actually at some point want to move from here because you go outside with an EMF detector, you got between 15 and 27 megagauss of an EMF reading on the flipping street, like. Anything over 5 is dangerous, like. Yeah, definitely. Oh, disturbing. It sounds like an exhaust rattle. There's something I'm going to have to look at. We had a few things come up there. Hello, my name is Sam. Would you like to speak to me? Because I have to go soon. Missed that. Hello? Seem to get me getting more stuff here where I'm stopped. Could you tell us what your name is? My name is Sam. I might be able to hear that on here. Playback. Do you know what my name is? I have to finish soon. Just thinking this is my first session in about 3 weeks. It's the longest break I've had from a spurt box. Have we spoken before? Do you know me? I'm going to finish now. Could you tell me, do you know who used to own this car? Do you know who owned the car? Did he just say haunted or something? I'll have to listen to that back. At 75%. It's easier to pick up stuff when it's a bit slower. Have you anything to say before I turn the radio off, because I have to go in? I have to finish soon. I'm going to say goodbye now. Can you say goodbye to me? I hope to talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
If that's possible. Is there a way I can speak to you again, if that's possible? Sorry, that was my phone.
End.
And yeah, if that is referring to me ending, I am going to finish. Could you tell me where you are before I go?
I think.
Yeah.
Then.
I'm going to finish. I'm going to turn it off. Yeah. Yeah. A couple of years ago, I used to drive around with the PSP7 on and stuff, and we picked up interesting stuff. You know, the question is, you know, does time and space matter? But you know, I'm in a moving car. It's going, you know, anything from 30 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour, and I was still getting stuff come up on it. So, you know, it's an interesting sort of something different kind of thing. Right, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in, have myself a nice cup of tea, and settle down to watch a couple of videos on YouTube, and that'll be the day done. Thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully this weather changes and that I get out to a place and just show you around places and do what I'm, you know, if I'm in the mood to show you around the place or whatever, you know, get me out of the house and stuff, you know, yeah, certainly would look forward to doing something like that, or, you know, a session somewhere. But anyway, I'm going to finish, and I'll see you in the next one, folks. Thanks for watching.